Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect the financial mysteries that move markets. Today we're looking at Research Solutions Incorporated and their latest report, which dropped right on Valentine's Day. Let's see if their numbers are showing the love or if it is a case of corporate heartbreak. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting the real story behind corporate filings without the jargon, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to connect with other finance enthusiasts and get more exclusive insights, our Discord community is linked down in the description. Alright, so this isn't a deep dive into a quarter's performance like a 10Q or a 10K, but rather an 8K filing. These are usually for significant events that shareholders need to know about right away. Think of it as a special bulletin from the company. The main reason we're looking at this 8K is because Research Solutions Incorporated announced their financial results for the second quarter of fiscal year 2026. This report covers the period ending the 31st of December 2025. Now, the report itself tells us that on the 12th of February 2026, the company shared these results. And attached to this filing is a press release detailing all of it. What is interesting here is that the information in this section and the press release are considered furnished, not filed. This means they are providing the information but aren't necessarily taking on the full legal liability if something is slightly off, which is a common practice. The big takeaway from this filing is that the press release is the heart of the matter. This 8K is essentially pointing us to that press release for the actual financial details. Since we don't have the full press release text here, we're going to focus on what the filing does tell us and what we can infer. For a little background, Research Solutions Incorporated trades its common stock under the ticker symbol RSS on the Nasdaq Capital Market. This tells us they are a publicly traded company and that their shares are available for pretty much anyone to buy and sell on a major stock exchange. Their stock is valued at a par value of $0.001, which is a nominal amount often seen with companies that have a large number of shares outstanding. The filing itself comes from the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and it is a standard form. We see the usual information about the registrant, which is Research Solutions Incorporated. They are incorporated in Nevada. They have a commission file number, which is 1 to 39,256, and their IRS employer identification number is 11 to 3,797,644. These are just administrative details that help identify the company within the regulatory system. There is also a section where companies check boxes if they are using this filing to satisfy other communication requirements, like for communications related to mergers or tender offers. Research Solutions didn't check any of those boxes, so this 8K is purely for the financial results announcement. It also asks if they are an emerging growth company. These are companies with less than $1 billion in annual gross revenue that can take advantage of some regulatory simplifications. They've indicated they are not, which could mean they are a more established company or they have chosen not to use those specific provisions. So let's get back to the core of it. The company announced their financial results for the quarter that ended the 31st of December 2025. This means we're looking at their performance during the crucial holiday shopping season of 2025. What we don't see here is the actual breakdown of revenue, profits, expenses, or any balance sheet items. The 8K is designed to be a quick notification. The detailed financial story is in that press release, Exhibit 99.1. Without that press release, it is hard to give you specific numbers, like revenue growth or profit margins. However, the very fact that they are issuing an 8K and specifying the results implies they are sharing information that the market needs to know. Typically, this means they are either reporting solid results that could boost their stock or addressing challenges that investors should be aware of. Normally, with financial reports, we'd be digging into tables looking at things like revenue growth year over year, how much they spent on operations, and what their net income was. We'd be comparing these numbers to previous quarters and to analyst expectations. For instance, if revenue was up 10%, we'd explore what drove that increase was at new products, more customers, or price hikes. If profits were down, we'd investigate the reasons like rising costs or increased competition. For Research Solutions Incorporated, knowing the actual numbers from the press release would be key to understanding their current financial health and future prospects. Are they growing? Are they profitable? Are they managing their expenses effectively? These are the questions investors ask, and the answers are hidden in that reference press release. Now, let's think about what this means. When a company like Research Solutions issues an 8K for financial results, it is often about informing stakeholders quickly if they had incredibly good news. Like exceeding all expectations, they'd want that out immediately to potentially drive up their stock price. Conversely, if the news was bad, they would also release it promptly, and the 8 serves as the official notification. What is interesting about this filing is its brevity. It points you to another document for the real meat. This is common for 8 cakes. but it means our decoder has to be a bit more strategic. We're essentially looking at the table of contents for the real story. Let's consider the broader picture for a company like Research Solutions Incorporated. What kind of business are they in? The name Research Solutions suggests they might be involved in providing research services, data, or tools for other businesses or scientific endeavors. If that is the case, their financial performance would be heavily tied to the R&D budgets of their clients, the innovation cycle in their target industries, and their ability to offer unique or valuable solutions. For instance, if they are in a high-growth sector like biotechnology or advanced materials, strong financial results could indicate they are capitalizing on market trends. If they are in a more mature industry, consistent performance might be the goal, and any deviation from that consistency would be noteworthy. The fact that the filing references second quarter fiscal year 2026 means we're looking at results from late 2025. This period is crucial. Are companies spending more on research and development as the economic outlook for 2026 solidifies? Or are they pulling back due to uncertainty? The financial results in that press release would tell us which way the wind is blowing for Research Solutions specific market. Without the actual financial figures, it is like watching a movie trailer without seeing the film. We know something important happened, but we don't know the plot. Did they see an increase in demand for their research services? Did they land a major new client? Or perhaps they faced increased competition that squeezed their margins. One thing an 8K filing for results can signal is a company trying to control the narrative. By getting the information out quickly through a press release, they can frame the story before analysts start digging too deeply or rumors begin to spread. The SEC filing then acts as the official record of that announcement. So to wrap up our decoder on this particular filing, it is a notification. Research Solutions Incorporated is telling the CC and its investors that they've announced their Q2 FY 2026 financial results. The actual details, the numbers that tell the real story of their performance, are in the accompanying press release. What does this tell us about Research Solutions Incorporated? It shows they are operating within the regulatory framework and are committed to timely disclosure. But for a true understanding of their financial direction, we absolutely need to see that press release. Is the company's direction strong or weak? We can't say for sure from this 8K alone. What are the notable risks or opportunities? Again, this filing doesn't provide that detail. Our conclusion is that this 8K is a signpost pointing us toward the actual financial report. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Research Solutions Incorporated 8K filing. What is your take on the importance of these quick release filings? And what do you think the company's results might be? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. Don't forget to check out our Discord in the description for more exclusive content and discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.